Hey, what's up, people? This is Prime Suspect. We are the Maddness, brought to you by Nomadz Entertainment. You can get at us at www.nomadsent.com or on MySpace, MySpace/Nomadz Entertainment. No space in between the Nomads and their entertainment. So, Prime Suspect is here. We have a special guest in the place of DJ Nonstop. He couldn't be with us today. Things got a show to do. Gwen, so what's up, Gwen?
What's up?
People can't hear you.
What's up?
We got D-Well and DJ Dragon.
So
this is our, I don't know if it's our official videocast also.
Yep, this is going to be our first videocast. We're going to have a direct link to it on the website, so just go ahead and click on it.
Click on it?
Well, click on it, sorry. I had a couple beers so far. We're going to have a direct link on it, so you can go ahead and subscribe and download the videos automatically whenever we update it. So
to your iPod, video iPod.
Yep.
Whatever you want to watch on your computer pod.
And also directly to your PSP. If you have a browser on it, you can go and peek the videos on there too.
Exactly, there you go. First thing I want to talk about today is the bitch that's around the corner. Her name is Wilma. She is on the way on the west coast of Florida right now. She's probably going to come through Fort Myers, up through Osceola County, and up into South Orange County. It's going to hit the Seminole County and go through Broward County.
And all these counties are in Florida, for those of you who are listening.
Yeah, we are based in Orlando.
I just said the West it's in the west side of Florida right now. So I think they kind of put two together.
Why are you speaking so low?
I'm not speaking low.
Speak up a little bit.
So, I mean, honestly, are you guys worried about it?
No. I want to miss work though. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I've stayed in Florida for most of my life, and I've been through numerous hurricanes. I've been to them too, but I've been through numerous hurricanes, and honestly, I'll stay right in this house and no problem.
Granted.
But looking at what happened in New Orleans,
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to
and
say
seeing
that.
what happened there,
But
it makes you think twice. But
Exactly, but the people
that's a
probably
different
thought.
story.
No,
though.
but people
New Orleans is a
thought
different
this-
story than us.
Yeah,
man.
granted, they have levees. They are underneath water, and
They're in a bowl, man.
yeah, I understand, but they're
They're surrounded by water. They're
people there-
they're underneath sea level.
Yes, exactly.
Man, it's alright. I had a couple drinks, man. They're underneath sea level.
Right.
So-
But people there probably thought the same thing as D-Well here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it. Even me, myself, I experienced hurricanes last year. Last year I was like, oh, ain't gonna be shit, blah, 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 whatever. I woke up the next morning and shit was everywhere. Trees were growing out the side, not up. You know what I'm saying? So, knowing what I experienced last year and coming to this year and knowing that there's a hurricane on the way, honestly, I'm still not really worried, man. I'm still not worried.
It's not even gonna hit us. It's just the news is over.
Hopefully,
They're fucking
it
blowing
goes
it out
close
of
enough
proportion.
where I don't have to work tomorrow.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Keep dreaming.
I grew up 10 minutes from the beach, and we've never evacuated ever. Since I was a kid. I say now since I was 18, never evacuated. Multiple hurricanes, so I really don't have a fear of hurricanes, which may sound ignorant to some people, but I grew up in Florida, and I'm used to it. That what happened in New Orleans is something that was just out of the ordinary.
Freak of nature.
Freak of nature, a one-time thing.
Well, it wasn't
I won't
a freak
say
of
one
nature
time.
Well, as he said in previous podcasts,
It was the government, but
well, Gwen, being from Florida, do you have the same opinion?
Yeah. Something you go through every year.
See, I'm not from Florida, you know what I'm saying? Neither is Dragon, you know what I'm saying? He's from Yonkers, I'm from Jersey. So, this is the first time, it was the second year in a row that hurricane has come here, and I've been not really concerned about it, but it's coming here, so.
ain't shit, man. I'm gonna be chilling, drinking some beers, and playing Xbox while this shit's coming through. So good.
Hopefully playing Xbox. Some
hard?
people tend to lose power.
Nah, I only
You
lost
lose
power
power
once. I lost power once, and it was for a couple hours. We never lose power.
That's really
Wow.
good, man.
That's really good.
All those trees in your neighborhood?
Especially
Yeah, because for some reason we're like I don't
On
know
the
where
grid?
we at. Where we at? Everybody loses power bus.
this is directly
Everyone on the
power
block
grid.
loses power bus.
So everybody's chilling at your house, huh?
Yeah. So hopefully it'll keep that way, this year. But we'll see.
I lose power one time last year.
Where I was living at last year, we didn't lose power at all. At all. I was running outside. My cousin was down here from Jersey, and we were in a car. We were driving around, and I didn't think it was shit. And then the very next morning, I woke up, and like I said, got trees are sideways, and it's just all fucked up. And I was like, wow, I've been here at that time, I'd been here for 12 years.
You said you're from where?
True.
You still claiming Jersey after 12 years?
Of course. Anybody from Jersey knows that they claim Jersey for life.
Is that like something you sign when you come out the birth canal or something?
That's something that New Jersey people, that's just it.
Yeah, okay, man.
You claim Jersey, like you claim New York.
Nah, I was born in New York, but I've been here long enough. I tell anyone that I'm from Orlando. I'm from Florida.
I mean, that's how people that too, but you don't represent.
No, what for, man? New York's a shithole. There's a reason why I left.
That's the reason why everyone left New York.
Yeah,
New York.
exactly.
The majority of the people from Orlando, I'm not originally from Orlando, but everyone from here is from somewhere else. From New York, New Jersey, Boston, Connecticut. And I don't know, they come to Disney World and they think, oh, we're going to move to Florida. But
my
you want to rep your state. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know.
If you want to rep New York's garbage can, it's all good.
shut your mouth.
Then, that's where we send, that's where we send our trash. But
You need to clear your throat.
okay. That's all right, man.
No, but really, when I first thought of Florida, being from Jersey, thinking about Disney World, and thinking about just the beach and
So you thought
sun,
you was going, right?
I thought I was going to like a tropical
Paradise.
island. Yeah. And when I came here, I was like
Disappointed.
I was disappointed, but I was like, this is just regular. I was figuring I was going to see white sand everywhere. I thought Florida was just one beach. It was just a beach.
To West Palm, huh?
So, my expectations, when I first moved here, I moved to Oviedo, and nobody knows Oviedo. Oviedo was just like a bunch of oak trees, a couple palm trees, and it's just rural woods. So my expectation wasn't really what I thought it was going to be. But,
the NBA
yes, that's what I was thinking.
has a new dress code. The NBA has a dress code. We're not talking about uniforms because they wear uniforms. Everybody watches the NBA basketball game, but they have a dress code outside of work now. Where they have to wear business attire when they're representing the NBA, and I personally don't feel that's right because if the company that I work for, if they ask me to wear something outside of work or when I'm on my way to work, I wouldn't agree with it.
Well, it's not like everywhere. It's just like for anything that has to do with the NBA. Like if you're like let's say you're sitting the bench, you're not gonna be playing. You're injured or something. You're gonna have to be out there, with a suit and tie and all that. Be presentable. Same thing if you're going to any like let's say an award event or anything that has to do with the NBA. You're gonna have to be dressed up for that, but not out in the street. You're gonna go buy some beer in the corner.
But the guys,
so you're not have to be in the suit and tie.
Well, my job, the actual job that I do, does not require that I wear a suit. It requires that I wear a short and a wife beater with a number on it.
Exactly.
Why should I have to dress up more than I do for my job? When I'm actually doing my job,
and that wasn't the requirement before. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because it's a $1 million business, you're
but let me ask you a question.
You're representing the team.
But
you know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question, Dragon. Over the last 5 years, and honestly, I'm thinking that this is geared towards more, the urban flair that basketball. The majority of basketball players, 75%. Would you say 75% are African American.
More than 80, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and most of those African American people come from
the hood. They're gonna fucking dress like they're from the hood.
Exactly. But. So, my thing is,
my thing is, why, I'm gonna attach what I gotta say to what you're saying. If you can't even wear your own jersey at a NBA event, like if I'm going to talk to kids, saying, hey, I want to talk to kids about books, they reading, and I have to dress in a suit. I can't wear jewelry. I can't wear a flashy watch. I can't even, they can't even listen. And I know you're gonna hate this, Dragon. They can't even listen to their iPod. When they're on their way to the game, they can't have an iPod.
Not in the locker room, not nothing.
That's
some people, they, if I was playing basketball, I'd want to get amped. You know what I'm saying? I want to get energized. You know what I'm saying? And the point I was trying to make was, 85%, I don't know the specific percentage, but, let's say 85% of the NBA are African Americans. They do come from, not necessarily like, the ghetto, but, they come from an urban environment and listen to hip hop, listen to R&B, and the NBA has made so much money off of that.
Yeah, that's a good
the last,
point.
The last five years. You know what I'm saying? They're taking that what's the word I'm looking for? They're just taking that and putting over the NBA and just and just selling it as the basketball as an urban sport. Hip hop this, hip hop that.
But we're gonna make it professional.
Exactly.
Even though before any basketball game, warm ups, what music are they playing?
Play mostly hip hop and
hip hop music.
That's all they play now.
They're playing that, but they want to steer the audience away from.
I understand what you're saying. That's a good point. A lot of them are from urban areas, but also it's also a business. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, let me point
and it's not only people like us that are watching it. People who are part of the urban environment. It's also people
Perfect example.
White people. A lot of them are actually scared of people to if they're dressed up like they're from an urban area, they are scared of it.
That's perfect example.
But what about their age too? I mean, most of the guys in the NBA are under 30. They're not.
That's another thing. There are older viewers who don't want to see people with pants hanging down, under their ass.
For example, my friend Kevin was talking about this the other day, and he stated, what if the rap game was like that? What if all of a sudden the rap game, the music industry, they said, if you want to be an artist on this label, you have to do this, and this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, half of them are wearing suits and fucking being on GQ as it is anyway. So what does it matter?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to phrase it in a different way. What if McDonald's said that? McDonald's, the executives are wearing suits, but they said, since you work at McDonald's, you have to wear a suit to work, and you have to stand at the register and make minimum wage and sell, 59-cent cheeseburgers in your $100 suit.
Yeah, but they're not selling an image at McDonald's. They're selling burgers. You selling an image with the NBA. Not only do you have
selling an image.
Yes, you are, man. You have sponsorship. You have them sponsor yourself.
They want to see the bad boy. Tell me, Dennis Rodman, for instance. People they wanted to see him. The Bulls sold out every game just to see what crazy mess Dennis Rodman was going to do. What color was his hair going to be? What kind of crazy piercing or tattoo did he have this week? They sold that. NBA loved that for so long, and now they're turning it back on the whole everything. It's just like
David Stern, man, he really brought basketball, to where it's at, but then he's gonna fuck it all up, man. I honestly feel like he's fucking people.
You cannot make NBA basketball a blue collar sport. It's impossible. Save that for baseball.
A lot of the guys actually said that they wouldn't even come out and sit on the bench anymore. They'd just stay in the back in the locker room and make them get all dressed up.
And they said they'll take the fines. Like even, I won't say soft-spoken, but a non-rebel like Pierce for Boston, he said, he'll just take the fine. Just because. And he's not even a rebel. He's not even seen as being a quote-unquote bad boy or thug, as say they try to portray Allen Iverson or
Ron
Artest.
I think that might be a good reason why they're doing it, especially after that fiasco, with the Pacers, and that big rumble. Maybe they're trying to do that, to try to change the image of the NBA. Because a lot of people are probably thinking,
come in, mess me
that
up.
most of them are a bunch of thugs. Especially what happened, with that rumble. So maybe that's the reason why they do it.
That was awesome, man. That was.
Yeah,
that was the only excitement for the whole year last year. Really,
I wish I was there to see that shit, boy.
That was. And then when the dude got on the floor, can't think. He got on the
stands.
No.
On the floor.
Yeah, he was on the floor, and
he got boxed.
Yeah. Oh man, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So you promoted violence in the NBA?
I'm not promoting violence in the NBA, but everybody was talking about that.
Right?
That was that was on the news, that was on ESPN.
They promoted the NBA.
Exactly.
They actually gained more than they lost.
I really think they did.
They should have fights every week, man.
No, because everybody's talking about that.
It's like hockey. You mad at somebody that's gonna punch him. He dunked on you, knock him out. He dunked on you.
Everybody's talking about that. I think that did.
That's the only reason why I watch hockey. I will watch hockey just to see fights.
NBA
That'll be
jams,
awesome.
what's it called? NBA jams, where you get to hit somebody. You didn't steal, you just punched them. Took them off.
That'd be awesome.
I have no show.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, next topic. What is the next topic?
In Los Angeles, a woman was beaten to death by crown molding.
That's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but it is kind of funny in a way.
And
by a 16-year-old of all things.
And going to tell you more about that because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So apparently they were building like their dream home, whatever, and some kid like next door.
But by the way, this
he was like some high-priced attorney.
No, he's a legal analyst.
Oh, okay.
But he's on the show Nancy Gray. We know who that is.
Who's Nancy?
Nancy Gray. She's on.
Who the fuck is Nancy Gray?
We
all know.
She's on. She's
I don't
on
watch
CNN.
TV, so I don't know.
Remember that one time we were watching the Michael Jackson trial?
I didn't watch Michael Jackson.
We were watching The Verdict. I'm sorry, The Verdict. I think you were there.
Yeah, I watched it, but I don't know.
Remember the chick that was like, oh, he's guilty.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So the dude that his wife got killed. I'm sorry, dude. But the dude that his wife got killed, he was a legal analyst on her show. So I'll go ahead and let him say.
Okay.
I'm just letting people know who she is.
Background. So apparently there's a 16-year-old kid next door, and he's buying all this equipment with stolen credit cards to start like some illegal weed growing business or whatever. And he thinks that his equipment got shipped next door. So he went to go confront the lady, get his illegal equipment, whatever. And apparently an altercation happened, and he beat her to death with the crown molding.
Did he rip that off the wall or
I don't know. They didn't really say.
Because he was gangster and he was like,
Just 16-year-old. It's crazy.
Hey, bitch. Wow, I'm strong too.
Yeah, so.
But I mean, like,
crazy.
What honestly, what do you think like happened for that to happen?
I don't know. He must have been strung out on something else too. Who knows? Kids.
I don't know. Parents let kids run wild these days, so they grow up like that. And they fight and kill everybody. Don't blame it on the rap music.
Yeah, it's not the music. No matter how much they want to try to blame it on music, it always falls down to the parents.
Rap are alternative. Don't blame it on none of that. Blame it on the parenting.
Yeah, I heard not too long ago, I think a couple of days ago, this lady, she drowned her kids because she said she heard voices in her head and shit like that.
The schizophrenic lady.
Yeah, San
She was
Francisco.
schizophrenic, yeah.
The chick in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, she threw
I don't
them
even
off
know
a
what it was.
pier.
I just heard about it.
She threw 3 kids off a pier. Yeah, they were looking for the bodies. Because apparently the water's like 55 degrees.
Who found out? Who told?
Apparently, like it was a busy day. Apparently this pier is
like 5 people around.
And somebody just called 911. I just saw a lady throwing her kids off the pier.
Come on, Jim.
Yeah. But apparently she was schizophrenic. She wasn't on her medications.
See, I don't understand when people do things to their children, to their own flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? I would never. I don't have no kids. But I would never even think about. I would never even think about doing anything to something that came from my body, came from me. You know what I'm saying?
You can have children.
Come on, man.
Actually, I was listening to the radio and they were saying they're trying to do research so men can have kids.
Yeah, it is a possibility. I heard about that too. Because was it a woman? She had like a baby growing out of her womb or something like that. So,
Yeah.
So that shows that basically a guy can have a kid too.
No, man.
If it can grow outside of a womb, you know,
I ain't Arnold Schwarzenegger, dog.
then a guy can technically have a child.
And then
I don't know
9
how
months
big-
later, have a C-section and.
I don't know how big your person is, but ain't no baby coming out of That's true. Not coming out of here.
No, it's just a theory, you know.
Oh, it's definitely a theory because
I don't think any man, or maybe
You never know. A guy might want to have that.
Any straight man.
But imagine if you were a straight man and you ended up marrying the love of your life, whatever, and she can't have kids. And let's say the only other possibility is for you to carry the kid.
Damn, well, what would you do?
and the only other possibility would be adoption or surrogate mother. Or,
Yeah, that's
you know,
Well, what happens if they don't want to go that route?
who them?
Yeah, they don't want a kid from them.
Then there's something that's called divorce.
Nah, I don't think I would ever do that.
I can't have no kid, man.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. You get a lot of time off from work for that. Especially
Exactly.
with a big procedure like that, I get at least 6 months, huh?
6 months, I don't think so.
Yeah.
What, a C-section for a man?
Hello? Women have C-sections all the
And
time.
then I gotta breastfeed too? Because you having a kid, you know.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to breastfeed anyway, so.
If I'm having a kid, I want it to be as natural as possible, so I would have to breastfeed. Sorry. I don't really want a kid.
So get this. A CEO of this multi-million-dollar company went to Scores. If nobody even knows what Scores is, it's a gentleman's
club, right?
A gentleman's
That's
club.
where you score it.
It's a gentleman's club in New York. Howard Stern talks about it all the time. It's supposed to be, you know, like the ultimate. Outside the club, they have like a row of asses, just like they do in
A roll of ass?
A roll of asses. What
yeah,
the
like
fuck is
bronze
that?
asses, just like they do
I've never
in
been there.
uh,
Been there, huh?
Is there like a buffet of asses?
They have like a
They
row
all
of bronze.
different shapes and sizes.
Different
Are they like actual like replicas?
Oh, there's actual ass prints.
Yeah,
Wow,
bronze.
that's nice.
So this guy,
Never mind.
American Express is suing him and his company for $241,000 because he ran up a bill at Scores. This is basically a go-go joint, strip club, whatever you want to call it, whatever part of the USA you're talking about. If you're in Jersey, it's a go-go joint. If you're not
Who get
here,
the scores here?
it's something, I don't know.
More for the scores.
Please, think about the strip clubs in Orlando.
That's why I'm
They're
going
whack.
the scores.
No, but
Yeah, I went to a strip club. I
But
saw a
Scores,
pregnant chick
they
fucking
cater
working
to
it.
like diplomats and big businessmen or whatever. So this dude ran up a bill of $241,000.
What kind of special favors was he getting?
Yeah, what the fuck was he getting?
I don't know, but basically he's disputing that. He's saying, "Oh, I probably only spent $20,000 there," but I'm thinking, "Oh shit, $20,000."
Is that one night? Or is this like over a course
He
of
entertaining?
Is he the entertainer?
No, was he entertaining other guests?
drinks on me? I don't know. That's crazy.
There's an article was about just American Express suing him and his company, and he's disputing. He said that there were fraudulent charges, and what Scores says is that once the bill gets up to a certain amount, then they actually make whoever has a bill that is that much actually call. And confirm, yes, this is me, this is what I'm doing, blah, 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 whatever.
So he confirmed it.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is confirmed they do have paper trails.
Yeah, I got.
But, I mean, like,
I spent $20 on it.
seriously, like, what do you think that you could, $241,000 in one night? Like,
I don't think it's possible. At a strip club? I can understand maybe at a mall or something like that.
That's lap dances for a lifetime right there, man.
I don't know. I mean, they were saying they have like, you know,
You got a little bit more than lap dance.
$10,000 bottles of champagne, which I've never heard of $10,000.
Unless they have platinum in the bottle and you drink it and get drunker or something.
I don't know, but I mean, to me that was just crazy. I mean, like
those girls must
that's
have had a
just
good night.
you know, like honestly, that is really just a waste of money. You know what I'm saying?
Women.
But like seriously, man, that really is a waste of money. That's somebody being really irresponsible
And frivolous.
I mean, like for real, $241,000, man. You know how much what you could have gone to any, you know.
That's a house.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But anyone who has $240,000 limit on their American Express is already filthy rich.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
That's ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. But you know what I'm saying? That's irresponsible. That's just, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people out there that could need money. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's
yeah, like Nomadz Entertainment, www.nomadsent.com. If you're listening, send us some donations. We can use it.
Yes. But I mean, that's ridiculous, man. It's just how people are like that. I think that if I became, you know what I'm saying, or when I become, you know what I'm saying, a multi-millionaire, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna definitely give back to the community, do everything I can. I'm gonna still ball out of control.
So you wouldn't go to scores and blow money on your homeboys?
Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't spend $241,000.
No, that's a little bit.
If I had loot like that, I would. I wouldn't give a shit, man.
$241,000, bro. Really I want you to think about how
I want to
much
see
you
his
get.
check. For real, like, what exactly he paid for?
Like
Because that's crazy.
$241,000.
You paid for a whole lot of sex and a whole lot of champagne.
That's crazy, man. And talking about money, Powerball this coming weekend was $340 million.
Crazy.
And
Is that like a couple states together
Yeah,
that have the
yeah,
lottery,
yeah.
right?
it's the Virgin Islands also.
Oh, really?
I didn't know
So
that.
yeah, Virgin Islands also. So Powerball is basically a bunch of states, and I guess Virgin Islands is a property owned by the United States.
As a provenance of the United States
Exactly.
for a certain period of time. I don't know what dates are on that, but eventually it's going to go back under their own government.
Oh, they are.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You could buy really cheap liquor there.
So basically the Powerball was $340 million, and the reason why I bring that up is
It's like Guam and Puerto Rico also.
Oh,
the reason why I bring that up is a senator of all people got 5 out of 6 numbers and won almost $1 million.
Can he even like collect that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are
It's his
people,
money.
but I mean,
You know, he's rich already.
it's like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like
He should donate that money to charity.
exactly.
Isn't it
To
people
me.
who won the lotto and they'll go ahead and play again and they won several times?
It's ridiculous.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
fixed.
Did anybody win the lotto here?
It's the government,
It
man.
was 33, I
It's like them
think.
damn antennas.
My question to you guys is, if you had $340 million, what would you do?
Oh my goodness.
I know there's a lot that you would do, but what's one really big thing that you do that would benefit not just you, not just your family, but really benefit maybe like your community?
Maybe build like a park or something?
$340 million. Man, you can
I will
do a lot
build
more
the
than
scores in
$340.
every state.
And make sure they charge the right amount.
So that's what you do
That's
to
how
benefit the community?
Yes, I would.
Tits and ass.
And what, so you would build a park?
Yeah, something like that. Like something like after school, let's say PAL. Something for the kids.
Did you do PAL?
Not so much.
Well, speaking of
I would
kids,
never play
that's where
basketball.
scores comes in, you know. That helps kids better than sits and ass.
And yourself?
Well, I mean, what I would do is the school system in the United States is trouble.
Oh, Lord. Florida especially.
Yeah,
My
Florida,
goodness.
Especially down south.
especially the county that I stay in. Well, I
It's ridiculous.
down south because I went to a very good school in West
Seminole
Palm Beach,
County?
Florida, but Seminole County, Orlando.
Those kids are never in
trouble,
school.
And,
So you started prep school?
that's not what I said. You know, let me finish.
Oh, my bad,
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Thank you. I would try to do what I can do and use my money to benefit schools because other governments, other countries are surpassing us in everything because our kids are stupid and they're not learning what they need to learn in school. And
I will definitely agree with
No,
that.
it's-
Especially here in
attempt
Florida.
to revamp the whole school system.
Especially the school system in Florida, because
Yes.
I went to school in New York. Like, just in like my freshman year, I was taking calculus and all this shit, like high class honors classes. Over here, like, the highest shit they had was like, what's 2 plus 2? Well, what's 5 plus 6? Like, it's just over here is ridiculous. You don't learn shit.
What 5 plus 6?
5 plus 6? Whatever. Idiot.
So,
He went to school in Florida. Right?
Yeah.
I came from New Jersey, and I definitely agree with Dragon.
12 years ago.
I definitely agree with Dragon that school system down here is a little bit slower than it is
Real slow.
than it is up north.
And they cause people from up north to come down here and become slow.
Yeah, that's true. Because like when I came down here, people couldn't understand me. They said I used to talk too fast.
People still say it talk fast.
Yeah, like
You
over
just
here, you
don't
had to
complete
slow
sentences.
the way you talk. You had to like, hello, how are you doing? So they can understand what the hell you're saying. Because they didn't understand because they said I used to talk too fast.
It was that because you're Spanish.
Nah, I wouldn't think so.
I'm sorry, that was an inside joke. Once you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway.
All right, anyway.
It's about time to end the show anyway, so.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's quick.
Alright. Well, to wrap it up,
Wrap it up. My name is Prime Suspect. This is Dr. Welby, Gwen. She's filling in for DJ Nonstop. He's doing a show. Of course, you got DJ Dragon, the webmaster for www.nomadzenT.com. This is our first official podcast.
check out those
people.
beats.
What's up, people?
So, y'all check us out. We're on MySpace, nomadsentertainment.com. No space between the Nomads and Entertainment. We do it every single week. It should be updated in iTunes. If you don't have the new iTunes, by the way, update version 6. Should be updated in iTunes anywhere between Sunday to Wednesday. The website is updated every Wednesday. So check it out. My name is Prime Suspect.
Dr. Welby.
Gwen.
DJ Dragon.
This is us. This is Nomadz Entertainment. Check it out. Kai Orange, October 30th. Be there. Or you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna have videos,
think I'm
pictures
gonna go.
and everything next week of Kaya Orange. Probably have a little bit into the podcast, but we'll see. Just keep in tune next week.
Yeah, we the podcast. Yeah, we. By the way, we Sorry, I mean.
So much for wrapping it up.
We do podcasts on Sundays every Sunday, so that's why I say it could be updated on iTunes every Sunday to Wednesday. So next Sunday is Kaya Orange for everybody that's in Orlando. So we may be doing it maybe on a Monday.
What time does that start anyway?
It's like 12
It's like an all-day event, right?
Until like 9 o'clock.
Crazy.
Or we may do the podcast totally wasted.
Or we may just record the podcast and do it straight from Kayonj.
Exactly. So
Oh,
we'll
Finished place.
check us out. Check us out. NomadzenT.com. MySpace, Nomadz Entertainment. We're all on there. My name is Prime Suspect. Dr. Welby. Gwen.
Gwen.
Filling in for DJ Nonstop. Hold us down, dog.